Hello, my name is Daniel Wayne Lugo. As an artist, I'm known as El Maldito, and I present to you my interactive card game, Malditoria, Volume 1. Malditoria is a combination of the words Loteria and Maldito, which we have defined as cursed chance. This is an interactive card game that fuses elements of tarot and elements of Loteria, Mexican bingo, which will allow participants to be able to explore themselves through specific stereotypes, symbolism, and identities in Mexican American culture. So the conceptualization process of this game started about 2 years ago in Oakland, California. I started off with 54 original images and just started to create basic sketches. From the basic sketches, I started to create illustrations, dropping different types of inks and color tones. I just wanted to create images that were going to be original, that definitely talked about identity, that talked about symbolism and archetypes and what we understand as Mexican American culture. Once the illustration process was complete, I took those images and started working side by side with our graphic designer, Omar Ramirez.
The graphic design process for each card within this game, Malditoria, is it's tedious. Essentially what happens is you take an inked image, you scan it, then you put it through a process which we call tracing on any program that does graphics. Then you color render it. When you color render it, it's tedious. It takes a long time, but you have to relate to the card. You're building a card, you're building a profile, you're building a personality to each of these cards.
So after the graphic process, we pretty much just started making prototype prints. And after the prototype prints, we made prototype card decks, we made prototype tablets. I wanted to talk about things that revolved around what we understand as race, spirituality, religion, the exploitation of women, gender roles, class. I wanted to be able to go deeper into the overall results of what we understand as pre-colonial and post-colonial culture in the United States and in Mexico. And we just started taking this into different communities. We started in the Bay Area and then made our way into southwestern states. And we just started playing the game, reading cards with different people, and it was a lot of fun to be able to get that kind of outreach because it definitely aided in what was our next component, which was compiling the interactive booklet for the game. In the game of Malditoria, we have a deck of 54 cards, 10 tablets, and the interactive booklet that breaks down how to play the game. So the interactive booklet breaks down how to play Malditoria, and what we do with every single card is we break down a cultural and universal description, which I worked with our card consultant, David Garcia.
Each card has its own unique subset of descriptions. A card can represent itself as being very positive, whereas a card can also represent itself being very negative as well. And our job is to bring the positive out of the negative and to bring the negative out of the positive.
There are two ways of playing Malditoria. The first way is to play it like Loteria, like bingo. The second way of playing Malditoria is to create a card reading similar to tarot, where participants will be able to break down 4 different cards. The first card represents their ego, the second card represents their energy, the third card represents their vitality, and the fourth card represents their consciousness. So basically what we need from you, the funder, is to be able to donate whatever you can. And our ultimate goal is to be able to print off the first several hundred copies of this game and take it into various communities, and hopefully we can take it further and go international. If, for example, you can't donate anything, just stay part of our network and share it with your family, your friends, and people in your community or different organizations and groups that you think would be willing to shoot funding our way. So with your contribution, this is going to help us propel this project into the future and make this into a full reality. I want to conclude this Go Fund video to say thank you to everybody who has supported us and all the people that hopefully will support us, and we definitely need you as the community members to make that happen. So I just want to say peace, and I'll hopefully see you out there in the final product of this game.